tugboat.
Okay, now where do you want to start as far as your gallery?
Let's go around the room, shall we?
Okay, let's go. I'm following you.
Well, it's hard to explain each picture, but
but
this is one of many nudes I have done, and I've done a great deal from 3-minute quickies from alive. And now we're going into these two. I've done long ago in oils, and they're abstracts and not totally so, because something comes through. It's my feeling about Maine that I was able to get down in the pictures, and wintertime in Maine.
Oh, so the atmosphere of Maine is here. Right?
Yes, the wintertime. The one in the center is a study in movement with purples, is what I call. It'll probably go on show with the synagogue, but that is done with a contrasting flat pigment, and this is impasto, which is a thick paint. No, not using any sand or granite or anything, but paint itself to build up thickness. We can go away from there. This little picture here is not one of mine, but done by an artist called David Lang, whom your father
I remember him.
knew. And we
I
went to see
remember him.
Yes, he came from our hometown, and
yes,
he hangs at the Antwerp Museum in Belgium. In an etching that he has.
And I remember meeting him when I was a kid.
Yes, well this we bought several little ones from him, but this I hang up because this was his idea of my hometown.
Vaguehe?
Vaguehe, yes.
Novo Mesto.
Novo Mesto Nadvajo. I think. I know what that means, I don't know.
Okay.
Okay, so this is it, and this is just an antique that my husband picked up. And
what's the name of this again?
Crowds in the Rain. I have done quite a few of them. People liked that one, and I made them up. And my granddaughter was the last one. She said, "But your grandmother must be an old lady. How can an old lady paint like that?" Here we are. It's hard to talk about this because it was one in a series of hard edges that I did. Hard edge painting, it's called. And for some reason or other, I gave it no name except that this was the last point that I came to. First with this, softly bringing it out. And then finally, this was the last grouping, and it came like this and then to a stop. I call that a point in time. And this is...
Oh, okay, that looks sort of familiar.
Oh yes, I had that up in the other house, reframed. This I call Orpheus Descending. It's my feeling about hell. And the middle one is Composition, and it seems to be a favorite of the galleries when I look for something.
Irma has one like that. Different colors, but that kind of
that feeling.
I like it.
Yeah. And well, I got sick last year, but I went to the most outstanding gallery, and he looked at my slides and he said, "I'll take that for next year." But next year I was sick, and he said, "Paint some more like it, and let me see what you're doing." And I didn't. This is just still life, light and mood, with little leaves and flowers, and these can be crystal balls if you like. Well, I like. I feel very. That was done. John was still alive, and the music was going, and Beethoven's Ninth was playing, and I took my brush and I went happily all over with the music. So I call it Ode to Joy.
Ode to Joy. That's cute. That's very pretty.
Yeah, I used to be there over the couch, but I changed things around, or at least my painter painted the walls. Let me take this away because Lonesome Road, and it reminded me of the cart trip that John and I made to California. In those days, there were no built up.
Yeah.
Nothing was built up. It was
going through Kansas or Texas or something like that.
Empty. Now, whether or not they are that way, my titles are only meanings for myself, and
Sure.
they may not mean the same thing. I have never been in Arizona, but this is from Arizona. That's hard edge too. We're using tapes. To get, oh, how do you get such straight lines? Oh, you use a lot of tape.
Good eye, steady hand.
No, on a tape. You're to you what that meant to me. The clearing.
Yeah.
Because I've been using that myself for my private philosophy too.
Really?
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh. Like
Yeah.
Robert Frost kind of thing.
Oh, the Robert Frost?
Well, it's a kind of a mood, you know, Robert
Yeah,
Frost
well,
and
yes. Well, as I say, that I told Peggy, Robert Frost said, the woods are lovely, dark and deep, but I have many promises to keep. And miles to go before I sleep, and miles to go before I sleep. I said, honey, don't worry about me. I'm not going to take my life. Anyhow, these are miniatures and just seascapes, actually.
And that's a pretty one, too. Yeah, that's really nice. I never saw that one before, but it's really interesting.
This is going to go to the temple for a show, and they won't know what it's all about.
Colors in that or something.
I call it Kapora.
Schluck.
Do you know what
Yeah,
Kapora
yeah,
is?
yeah, yeah.
How do you
It looks-
spell it, Moishe?
Well,
I
in
said, no, no,
English,
I have to, tomorrow I
Kapora.
have to take them to the temple.
I guess you could
Sunday.
K-A-P-O-R-A-H or
Yeah,
something like that.
but
Kapora.
K-A, not K-I.
Yeah, right.
Okay.
It's not
Because
Kapora.
if I have
Kapora.
down Kapora, and if the rabbi sees it, he's going to ask me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did that, but that's a total abstract.
See, I like to do that with my photographs when I get a chance, so we have something in common about that. All right.
The beautiful one that you gave me with the lights, the splashes of the windows, having these blasts of color and
Oh,
so
yeah,
on.
no.
No, that's all right. It's in
What?
good hands. Peggy says sends her love to you.
Oh, really?
She was so crazy about it.
Oh, the one I gave you when you came out
Yeah,
to the...
that's right.
It is
That's
a nice
right.
one.
She
That's
said,
all
"It was
right,
so
as long as it's
crazy."
not destroyed or lost. I have other copies, you know,
She decided,
because
I
What?
said she was so crazy, and she said, "Oh, I'd like to have that." And that was-
No, but she works in the school, and the principal came in, and everybody who came in, ooh, what's that? That's fantastic. And somebody who knows a lot about photography, you know, said, oh, that's excellent to be able to achieve that. He said you had
Well,
great admiration.
see, we got something.
Oh, I didn't show you the other nude I wanted to show you. Well, the prize was an award-winning, and I call that silence. I'm thinking of the silence after the Holocaust.
Right.
Yeah, that's very nice.
Battleships, everything just did.
Mm-hmm.
This you must have seen before because I had it
It
in my-
looks familiar.
It's early morning. It's a pastel.
Mm-hmm. And the big one?
This big one actually is composition.
Mm-hmm.
I have a letter from Simon and Schuster. I submitted a slide, several of them, many of them, and they said we have like yours, and please send us this for inside book covers, or as book covers. And if you have any more like it, or you know would fit the idea, let us have it. And I didn't all you need this. That's a 3-minute. It's seated nude.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what she could be. She couldn't be Japanese because she has too good thighs.
Well, it's there, but there's something like the hair looks very Japanese.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but that's what I want. You can have license with painting and hard edge. This is sunrise over the bay.
Which bay?
Sarasota Bay.
Oh, Sarasota Bay. You got a great view of the sunrises too, no? Or
Yeah,
sunsets.
yeah, both.
Both. Boy, that's
This is
gorgeous.
sunrise. In my apartment, I get sunrise.
Okay. Because
And this is before the storm.
well, you got
And you have a nice view out there.
Yeah,
Really.
yeah. Being on top, even though it doesn't face the beach,
Still very pretty.
still it's high enough.
I know it's
Well,
great.
thank you, Arthur.
You're welcome. I am just
Maybe-
roaming around, just getting everybody to see your place as if they had walked in and were looking around, and that way they can see where you live. This is your workshop or drawing art room, and this is your bedroom.
Those numbers are 2, not 7s. And that man just happened to be walking by and he said, "Can I help
that's a
you?"
manager,
Yeah, so I told him who we were looking for. He says, "Oh, it's the North Building right here." I said, "Okay."
7, oh, no.
I said 7.
And we're going to see you at dinner.
Okay.
And on that note, we're going to
Have some Chinese food.
focus in on the picture. What do you call this?
One I can leave, grasses,
Grasses?
yes.
Okay, terrific.
I went through a grasses period, I sold about 10 of them, different, at night, you know, at night in the winter time.